Here is the British Music Hall Society news on Sunday the 31st of May 2020. Today our members were due to meet here in London's Little Venice. The plan was to unveil a blue plaque on this stunning home where a big star of the music hall lived nearly 100 years ago. One of the Society's patrons, Mr. Paul O'Grady, had agreed to unveil the blue plaque, but due to the coronavirus of 2020, we had no choice but to postpone today's event. What makes this even more poignant is that today was the birthday of the man named on this plaque.
I'm watching the stars that keep watching over you.
Before manufacturing starts, we always seek the approval of our president. Until his untimely passing 11 weeks ago, Roy HUDD held this post, and I can tell you that when I told Roy that it was Fred Barnes that we were honouring, he was delighted. The British Music Hall Society doesn't unveil many blue plaques, not least because of the time that it takes from choosing a name to the point where we have the blue plaque in our hands. In the case of this plaque, it's taken two of our committee members, Alison and John Orchard, nearly 3 years to bring this to fruition. To find out more about their journey, let's cross now live to Stoke Poges, where John is waiting to tell us more.
Welcome to Stoke Poges, where I've been living for nearly 45 years. Whilst our biggest claim to fame is that the 18th century poet Thomas Gray is buried here, just down the road half a mile from here is a sprawling 30-acre estate called Sefton Park. It's the 31st of May 2020 and it's 2 p.m. and I should be in London right now watching Paul O'Grady unveil this plaque. Instead, the country is in lockdown waiting for a vaccine to be invented to fight this latest virus. And cue Alison.
The British Music Hall Society had been thinking about putting up more blue plaques to music hall performers, and then John Orchard came along with his excellent idea.
You know I live in Stoke Poges.
Over Vesta Tilly. That's right, yeah.
Yeah, so I just like the fact that she was living at Sefton Park in Stoke Poges, round the corner from where I live now, in 1926, the same year that Fred was living at Clifton Villas. And by then she'd retired because she was about to go to Monte Carlo with Walter.
Right.
Of course, it was 30 years later that the stately home became a Glaxo laboratory, which is where they were making the vaccine to fight the polio virus.
Oh, right.
And I just thought, you know, isn't it strange? They're looking for a vaccine at the moment to fight COVID-19.
Yes,
and
yes.
It was all happening there. There's this lovely old bit of footage on YouTube. I'll play it to you now.
To a house in Stoke Poges, once the home of music hall star Vesta Tilly, Glaxo chairman Sir Harry Jeffcott welcomes the Minister of Health to inspect the production of British anti-polio vaccine, which has already given 200,000 children a powerful defence against this dreadful disease.
Is there any parallel at all between the search for a vaccine at the moment for COVID-19, sorry?
With the caveat that I'm not a virologist by any stretch of the imagination, my personal view is probably not, sadly. There's no vaccine for any kind of coronavirus. We'll have a certain amount of immunity to the strains that we know already. There'll be changes to it. The SARS one just kind of died out. It just disappeared. So who knows what might happen. But sadly, I think the fabulous mechanism that they had set up for the polio vaccine, which literally changed the world, I don't see that in our future for this one, unfortunately.